feels like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. On the draw, this is Barkley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they've got the football and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Giants first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First down carry for Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Giant ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
1-yard line.
Now Jones. And his pass incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big pickup there on the run. 39 yards. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and a short gain here, down to the 22. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And this is caught at the 8. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Barkley will try to punch it in.
Saquon Barkley.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Try for Barkley. And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Jones. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get wide. Here go 47.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Here go 46. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate.
Golden Tate on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Here's Jones on 1st down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jones. He's going to go up top again. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
For Darius Slayton, incomplete. It's 4th down.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. A give to Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 47. Draw play, Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 38, Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time. Even when they're just warming up, you know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Giants 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, They're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in.
Jones pass.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And the Giants first down.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Jones throwing on first down. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
First down, New York.
Jones on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Cowboys.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And on the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Here's Jones throwing after the interception. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the Giants' 44-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Grant Haley in on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 41-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They go to Elliott again. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Switch. We got 46.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Today's final score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Dallas, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. So for